Joining us this morning in the studio is a senior special assistant to the Lagos State Governor on Wealth Creation and Employment, Comrade Tijani Said Oluwadare, to talk about something that touches millions of Lagosians every day, informal education. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And good to have you on the program.
Pleased to be here.
All right, so let's start broad now. When most people hear education, they think classrooms, certificates, degrees, but a huge chunk of the Lagos economy actually runs on skills, those kind of skills people never get a certificate for: artisans, traders, technicians. So why does the Lagos state government see informal education as something critical to the state's growth, as important as the formal school system?
Well, basically, as you have rightly situated, informal education is not an alternative to the formal education. It's only a complementary pathways. And considering the importance of Lagos State as the hub for artisans and tradesmen, it is important for us as a state, as a leading state, to beam our searchlight on how we can create an enabling environment for this type of people, considering the fact that Nigeria is a country that places much emphasis on certificates. And these are the people that actually, the artisans are the people that actually drive the economy. You have them as technicians, as engineers, and most of these people, they just get their skills through apprenticeship, skill acquisition, training, and these people are contributing meaningfully to the economy of the state. So what we do in Lagos State is how do we create an enabling environment for them to thrive and at the same time contribute to the economy of the state. And we have a whole lot of ministries that are actually doing well in that regard, where the Ministry of Wealth Creation takes a leading role. We also have the likes of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. We also have the likes of the Ministry of Youth and a whole lot of ministries and MDAs.
All right, so beyond the policy talk, what is Lagos actually doing on the ground right now, to formalize and strengthen skills training in the informal sector?
Well, for us in the Ministry of Wealth Creation, we have taken that as one of the priorities of the ministry. And one of the things we do is that basically we train people. And one of the things we do is to see how we constantly review the curriculum of our training to meet international standards. And apart from that, we also regularly upskill the existing artisans so that they can be at par with their colleagues anywhere in the world. So that the issue of certification is one part. Another thing is the issue of competence and capacity. And as I'm talking to you, we've been able to bridge that gap in terms of, you look at neighboring countries now, they look for our artisans to see how they can get them engaged, where they can give them opportunities to do their jobs for them, because they know that the type quality of job you get those artisans anywhere in the whole world do for them is what our artisans will do, based on what the Ministry of Wealth Creation, where the last quota Lagos State tradesmen artisan, they domicile in our ministry, and we constantly upgrade them. When we have some of the new innovations and inventions in some of these skills, we try to domesticate it here. We bring people that train them to make them be at par with their colleagues anywhere in the world.
One initiative that keeps coming up in these conversations is the project this project that your ministry runs, in blighted communities. For our viewers who may not be familiar with it, why blighted communities specifically, and what problem is it solving within the informal education and employment space?
Well, for us, under the leadership of the governor of the Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, and through the commissioner of the ministry, we have carefully looked at how do we actualize the leave no one behind mantra of Mr. Governor. We have so many people that are enormously endowed in terms of skills in so many places, but they are disadvantaged, maybe as a result of where they live. Those who live in the slums, those who want to carry out initiatives find it difficult to assess where they live. So one of the things the ministry is doing with this blighted project is how do we take some of these initiatives to them so that they don't feel neglected, so that they don't feel segregated. And I must tell you that initiative has achieved a lot. We go into slums where even international organizations will want to actually impact them, but they cannot access these communities. So the ministry, under the leadership of the Honorable Commissioner, is taking that bold step to see how these people will feel as part of Lagosians, and they also benefit from initiatives of government.
So before we let you go, so how does this particular program now, this training program, how does it fit into the state's broader wealth creation strategy?
Well, we all know that in Lagos State, the Teams Plus agenda of Mr. Governor, the ministry is actually hinged on education, economic development, social inclusion, and youth empowerment of the Teams Plus agenda of Mr. Governor. And apart from that, the ministry does not really focus majorly on training alone. People see the training aspect of it. But what we're actually doing is human capital development, where those people that we train at the end of the day end up employing others, end up creating employment for others, thereby reducing unemployment in Lagos State. That's what we do in the ministry.
Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.